Hello, I'm Will, this is Mike, we're the Tabletop Donkeys.
Hello.
And here we are to bring you another episode of Warhammer 40k Conquest. Today we've got issue number 4, as you can see here, with 6 Death Guard Poxwalkers. And as ever, we're going to do a quick flip through the contents of this magazine, then we're going to have a look at the mission, and then we're actually going to play the game that comes with this week's mission. So we're just going to flick over here. So as you see, we've got a little bit of information about what Poxwalkers are, and then we've got some more stuff about different warbands of the Death Guard here, painted in different colour schemes, as you see. Instructions about how to build Poxwalkers, and then how to paint them. At the moment, we haven't got many paints, so the ones we've got on the table, you're going to see in a minute, are a bit more detailed than this. But at this point in the magazine, you've only got a few paints. And then, yeah, how to add flesh colour to your existing models, as you see here. And then here we are with the mission Squad Warfare. So we're going to have a look at that, and then we're going to get to the game.
Right, so this week, the Silver Templars and the Death Guard are battling for reactor control nodes on board the Blade of Navaris. And our new rules this week are rules for using squads, or units as they call them here. So just do a quick flick through. We've also got our stat lines for the Poxwalkers there. All of this should become apparent. It's fairly simple to do. Basically, instead of acting as individuals, we now operate in squads. The members of a squad have to stay within 2 inches of each other, and they all act and move simultaneously. So no more fighting as individuals. And we've got a second mission here, Battle for the Cruiser. But our first mission will be Squad Warfare. So a few new things here. First we'll be rolling off to see who deploys first, and the deployment zone is has to be within 4 inches of any of these deployment markers. So it's actually a fairly large deployment zone. And then we set up 1 unit at a time and we alternate, and the person who deploys last gets to go first. So rolling for deployment, I got a 1.
I got a 6.
I've got a 6, so you get to deploy first.
Okay.
Right, so William's 1 deployment. So what you have to do is you pick 1 member from one of your units and you put them on one of your deployment zones. Then the rest of them have to be within 2 inches of another member of the unit, and they can't be more than 4 inches away from the deployment zone.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with Poxwalkers. I'm going to put this guy here on the middle one, and I'm going to put all the rest of these Poxwalkers around him like this. And I've got up to 4 inches to play with, so actually I can get them all the way out here if I want to. So,
and our objective for this mission is just going to be fight to the death, as always, for our first mission. So now I get to pick a unit, and I'm going to pick the Reavers. I'm going to deploy Sergeant Castius there, and then Atreus and Palon just in front of him.
Right, now it's my turn, so I'm going to deploy Plague Champion Repugnus on this marker here, and I'm going to deploy his 2 mates, Rule and Bubox, like so.
Finally, I have my Intercessor squad. I'll put one of them down here, and the other 2 around like that. And then it's on to Silver Templars turn 1, because I get to go first, because I deployed last. The Reaver unit is going to move up behind this box, so it's about there, and they have to stay within 2 inches of each other, so they have to come with the man in front. And the Intercessor squad is also going to move up around the corner, so where's 6 inches?
I'll look it for you, there it is.
Sergeant in front.
Yep.
So movement over, it's on to the shooting phase, and I think none of the Reavers can see the Poxwalkers, but the Intercessors,
Yeah, they can all see.
these 2 can see. And they're both within 12 inches, so they get 2 shots each at the Poxwalkers.
Yeah.
Is he on 3s? That's 3 hits.
It's 12 inches because they're still... we haven't got proper bolt rifles
Yes.
yet. Still using the old rule.
And they wound on 3s, because Poxwalkers are a bit weedier than Death Guard's Plague Marines.
So that's 2 wounds. They don't have an armour save, but they do get disgustingly resilient, so they can ignore these wounds on 5s or 6s. I've made one of those, so we're taking 1 casualty.
So the casualty can be from anywhere in the unit, even the ones that the Intercessors can't actually see.
Yeah, so I'm going to take this big fat dude from the back, so he's gone.
Right, so I think that's going to be it. I'm not going to declare any charges, or actually...
Oh, you're within... you're within 9. It'd be an 8 inch... yeah, you're not quite within 8, so it'd be an 9 inch... Sorry, an 8 inch charge.
Well, there's no harm in trying, I suppose. Well, the Reavers will declare a charge against the Poxwalkers, and they're going to need a 9 to get in. But that's a 10.
That's a 10, so they can actually
So they're actually going to get in. So he'll get into contact, and they'll be following up behind. So now we're straight into the fight phase. I get to pick first, and the Reavers get to go first because they charged. So first they get to pile in, so these two get to move into contact with the Poxwalkers. And they can all attack at the same time because they're in a squad, and they have 3 attacks each because of their combat blades and their 2 base attacks. So we've got 9 attacks hitting on 3s, average 6 hits, and wounding on 3s like the bolt rifles. And there's only 4 wounds.
Okay, still average. So same again, ignoring these on 5s. We managed to ignore 2 of them, so 2 Poxwalkers go down. So let's take these 2 from the back. And now you could technically consolidate if you wanted to, but they're actually already in base contact, so they can't...
But the Poxwalkers get to strike back.
Poxwalkers get to strike back, and I'm going to pile this guy in just here. Like so. Not that it makes any difference.
So even though he is not within base contact with the Reaver, you can see he's within an inch of another member of his unit who is within an inch of a member of the Reavers. So even though he's not in base contact, he can still fight.
Yeah, so Poxwalkers actually have 2 attacks each, so I'm going to get 6, but they're only hitting on 5s because they're a bit rubbish. Yeah. So that one's cocked. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, re-roll that one.
Yeah. Oh, well,
there's 2 hits in there.
I'm rolling average as well.
Wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s because quite tough. Oh, we've got a wound.
And then we have a 3+ armour save. And of course I failed it. So one of the Reavers goes down a wound. So I can put this wound on any member of the unit. So I'll put it on this one. But this means that next time this squad takes a wound, this man has to go first. You're not allowed to play musical wounds and have everyone on 1 wound. So then we'll go straight onto Death Guard to turn 1.
Right, so these guys are actually going to ignore that melee going on over there, and they're going to move over here. Mainly I'm just trying to get these 2 special weapons in range, and the other Plague Marine, he's just going to stay over there. He's not going to bother shooting his bolt gun because I don't have high hopes it'll actually do anything. You'll see why I'm doing this in a moment. The Poxwalkers can't move because they're in melee, so we're going to go straight to the shooting phase.
Yep.
And we've got Champion with his plasma gun. He's going to fire first.
At the Intercessors?
At the Intercessors, yes. So he's going to roll, and he needs a 3 to hit. He's got a 2. He hasn't blown himself up like he did last game.
I don't think he's actually hit with a plasma gun yet.
No, I don't think he has. And then we've got the Blight Launcher, which hits on 3. Oh, that's missed as well.
Phew.
So never mind any of that. Now what we're going to do is in the charge phase, they're going to charge the Reavers, so they're actually going to come back this way. So that's why I've kept
Cunning.
this guy over here, so he's a bit closer. So that's going to be I think it's going to be a 5-inch charge because he's just under 6 inches away. So you see it within an inch.
Okay.
So I need to roll 2 dice. I need 5. A 10 will be plenty.
Straight in.
So actually, with that distance, I'm going to wrap them all the way around here, and then I've got enough movement to get these guys nice and close as well. And in the fight phase, chargers go first, so I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to pile in. Although I'm not going to now, I'm going to stay a little bit further away, just because I want to stay away from those intercessors. Then we've got these attacks, and I'm going to start with the Champion with his Power Fist. He's going to go first. Has he got 2 attacks yet?
Nope.
No, he's still got 1 attack, but he hits on 4. He's hit, and he wounds on a 2, and you get no armor save from this. Yes,
no,
so there we go.
To kill the one over here.
He takes a wound.
He's wounded.
And then I've got the 2 other guys with their knives. We've got 1 hit.
Wounding on a 4.
Wounding on a 4.
No.
No. So no wound there.
Reaver down.
No. And then we go on to non-chargers, and I get to pick first because it's my turn, so we can do Poxwalkers. They've got their 6 attacks, hitting on 5s. 3 hits. Wounding on 5s.
No, nothing at all.
So that's them, and then you get to go with the Reavers.
So my Reavers get to go.
You get to choose where to put your attacks, although I don't think you get to split them.
Yeah, so I have to choose which unit I'm going to attack, and I will attack the Plague Marines.
Right.
They're more of a threat. Actually, no, I'll attack the Poxwalkers, see if I can kill them off.
Yeah, so we've got 6 attacks.
6 attacks hitting on 3s. It's 4 hits. And wounding on 3s. Ugh, 1 wound.
It's not brilliant. No armor save, but I get my resilient roll. No, he's failed that, so we've got using a Poxwalker. I'm going to take this one. Like that. And then if you wish, you can consolidate. The Sergeant's not quite in base contact, so if you want to...
Can move into base
you
contact.
don't have to, but...
That's fine. So we're on to Space Marines turn 2. The intercessors are all a bit far away, so we've got to get closer to the action. Gonna move up. And the Reavers are stuck in combat, and then onto the shooting phase. There's nothing to shoot at because everyone's locked in melee. So straight onto the charge phase, the intercessors are going to charge. Well, they're going to multi-charge basically.
Yeah.
So
they can just probably get within an inch of this Poxwalker because there's a bit of a gap between. So if he comes right up close, you should be able to manage it.
Is that a 5?
It'll be a
6.
It'll be a 6, I think, to get to that Poxwalker. Yeah, because a 5 won't get. So it'll be a 6 to get to the Poxwalkers, or probably an 8 to get to the Plague Marines. But we'll measure it depending on what you roll. So here we go. Oh,
it's a 9.
You can get where you want with
so
that.
Going to be in. Well, you can't really go around the boxes, so it's going to be like that, and then the other 2 are going to be behind. So straight into the fight phase. The intercessors charge. They get to go first, and they have 2 melee attacks each, and they're going to put them all on the Plague Marines. Actually, to be honest, and I'll do them individually. So we got 5 hits in there.
Yep.
And then wounding on 5s. 1 wound.
1 wound. I get my 3+ armor save, which I've made, so that bounces off.
And then I've got my Reavers who get to go next, and they are going to put all their attacks on the Plague Marines as well. Oh, another wound.
Well, I've made that armor save as well. Then it's my turn to pick, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to go with the Plague Marines first, and they're going to attack the Reavers. So we're going to start with the champion and its Power Fist.
Hitting on a 4.
Hitting on a 4.
Wounding on a 2.
Wounding on a 2. That's another wound. No armor save allowed.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 guys, we've got 2 hits between them. And a wound.
And you can re-roll that 1 because it's a Plague.
I can, you're quite right. No, it's still a 1.
So 3+ armor save.
Yeah,
made it.
Made that. 2 remaining Poxwalkers hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Wounding on 5. Oh, he's got a wound.
3+ armor save.
This is on the Reavers, obviously. Yes, it has.
Death Guard turn 2. Straight to the fight phase, I think. Who are you going to pick first?
Well, we're going to start with the... well, it's tempting to start with the Poxwalkers and see if they can take that wound off and get a model back, but I'd actually rather hit with the Plague Marines in case they take a load of casualties. They're going to go for the Reavers, so I can take out that Sergeant. That's 3 attacks gone. So we'll start with the champion, the Power Fist. That's 3 for 3 hits so far. And a wound.
So he's dead.
So that takes out that Reaver Sergeant. And then we've got the 2 extra guys hitting the Reavers again. Double 6. But no wounds.
Phew.
And then it's your turn to pick once I've done that. In fact, although I'm actually going to just pile the champion in slightly, it doesn't really make any difference.
Intercessors are going to go and they're going to attack the Plague Marines. Actually, no, they will attack the Poxwalkers.
Okay.
Try and kill them off. Not off to a good start. Wounding on 3s. It's 3 wounds.
3 wounds, so I need to make at least 2 5s here. Oh, I have, so we've still got one Poxwalker. He gets to hit back. He's going to go for the Reaver. He's missed twice.
And then the last Reaver is going to attack. He'll attack the last Poxwalker as well.
Try and get them.
You got 2 hits. And 1 wound. And he's dead.
There we go. So the Poxwalkers have gone down, but they did their job. They kept something busy.
Slowed people up.
Yeah.
So now it's on to Space Marines turn 3. We're all still locked in melee, so the intercessors are going to go first.
Okay. Do you want to move any of them?
Yeah,
you don't have to, but because they're all within range.
Better pile in a bit. So we got 6 attacks on the Plague Marines, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 5s. Big roll. Oh, 2 wounds.
2 3+ armor saves. Made both of those though. So now it's their turn to hit. They're going to go for the Reaver because he hasn't hit back. So we'll start with the 2 randoms because I've got 2 dice in my hand. 1 hit. 1 wound.
3+ armor save.
No, he takes a wound. And then we've got the Power Fist.
Oh, he's missed for once.
Yeah, finally.
And then we're on to Death Guard, turn 3.
You haven't hit with your Reaver yet.
Oh, of course, my Reaver gets to go. He's not actually dead. He's
No.
feigning death. He'll strike back. Might as well be dead.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a wound though.
You got a wound.
Come on, revenge.
No.
So now it's Death Guard, turn 3.
Yeah, so we're just going to do the same thing. Now I do have a choice here of what to do. I think everyone's going to go for the Reaver just because it's unlikely to finish him off. We'll start with the Power Fist. That's hit.
No.
So 2 to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
So it's the last of the Reavers.
So the other 2 don't get their attacks because they declared them against the Reaver, but I'm happy enough to kill him off.
So 6 attacks back from the Intercessors.
Yeah.
5 hits. Can we kill a Plague Marine this game? Ooh, maybe.
No, not with that roll.
So Space Marines turn 4. Straight to the fight phase. 6 attacks hitting on 3s. Come on, boys. Roll average. Oh, 2 wounds.
2 wounds though.
Come on.
Might make up for it.
Come on.
Oh, that's an armor save failed. So now I need a 5 or a 6. No. So I guess who's going to go down?
Yeah.
Gruul with his bolt gun because he's the least important. Right, so that cuts down the number of attacks I get back. So we're going to do the Power Fist first. He hit.
No.
And he's wounded, so that's a wound on an Intercessor.
Intercessor down to 1 wound.
And then U-Box with his knife, he's hit. And he's wounded.
3+ armor save.
Yeah,
roll it in.
Fine. No, it's fine, yeah.
Alright, so that's a save.
It's saved. So here we go again for Death Guard turn. Power Fist, and I dropped it.
Oh,
but he's
missed.
missed, so we'll keep that. And then the normal guy, he's hit. But he hasn't. Oh, but he gets to re-roll that because his knife is all disgusting. He's got the wound.
3+ armor save. No.
No.
So an Intercessor down. And the Intercessors have 4 attacks hitting back. And you got 3 hits. Come on, boys. 5s. Oh, it's 2 wounds.
2 wounds again.
Oh, they're mad.
I've made both my saves.
And then it's Space Marine turn 5. And I get 4 attacks straight away. 3 hits. Ooh, 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Come
I'm really
on.
annoyed. That's 2 failed armor save.
Better do it individually.
Yeah, I had, so...
no, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, no, it doesn't matter, but for dramatic effect, we'll do it individually.
Ooh.
So the first one has failed.
Bu-Box is down.
And there goes Bu-Box, so I need to make a 5+. Keep the champion alive.
No.
No, he's gone down. So just after that, I made so many armor saves, and then suddenly...
You all fell apart at the end. Just through sheer weight of attacks, we managed to pummel you with our with our rifles.
So, mission 1 to the Space Marines.
Yeah. So now we're on to our second mission this week, Battle for the Cruiser. And you can see in the diagram we each have an objective near our deployment zones. And so in this game we have 5 rounds and we gain victory points dependent from killing units and holding objectives. So you can see that each enemy unit we destroy is worth 1 victory point, and each objective we hold at the end of the game is worth 3 victory points. And you can hold an objective if you have at least 1 model touching it and your opponent doesn't have any models touching it. So might be a bit of tactics here, maybe keeping some units back or trying to be super aggressive. So you can see I've got my objective in the deployment zone and William's objective over there in his. And like in the last game, we'll be rolling off for deployment, so I've got a 2, wow.
I've rolled a 5.
Yep.
So I get to deploy again, but it doesn't mean you get to go first again, so that might that worked to your advantage in the last game.
Yeah.
Right, so my first deployment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Poxwalker and I'm going to put him there this time.
Ooh.
And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to crowd them all around a bit closer this time, just to try and make sure you don't get that first turn charge off.
So now I get to deploy, and much like last time, I'm going to put the Reavers on this flank.
And then for my turn, I'm going to put the Plague Marines over here behind the box.
And for my last deployment, I'm going to put the 2 Intercessors over here. On to Space Marines turn 1, the Reavers are going to do what they did last time and move up behind this box. See, 6 inches is about there. And the Intercessors are actually going to come this way, around this box, so they can see your Poxwalkers. So on to the shooting phase. And I believe all 3 Intercessors can see your Poxwalkers. So we just checked the range, and the 2 Intercessors in front are within 12 inches, but the Sergeant is not. So we got 5 shots. 5 shots hitting on 3s. There's 4 hits. And wounded on 3s. 2 wounds.
So 2 disgustingly resilient saves. Made 1 of them, so 1 Poxwalker goes down. It'll be, I think it'll be this one at the front.
Okay. And so the charge phase, nobody's going to declare a charge, so we'll move on to Death Guard turn 1.
So we're going to start by moving these Poxwalkers up there. They can only go 4 inches, Poxwalkers, because they're slow. And just
you didn't actually get a chance to move last game.
No, that's true. They just got charged straight away. So just making sure I get all these right. And then Plague Marines are going to move out there 5 inches from behind here. And
so a slight adjustment there, so that the light launcher can see my Intercessors, so the entire squad can see the Intercessors.
You can see through this gap here between the Poxwalkers. So we're going to start with the light launcher. So that's going to be a shot, 1 shot hitting on 3. And he hit this time. It's going to be wounding on 4.
Yeah.
No, doesn't
wound.
We'll go with the plasma gun next. This is hitting on 3. Oof. He keeps rolling a 2, but not a 1, unfortunately. So he
can't hit and he can't blow himself up.
Can't blow himself up. And then the bolt gun, finally. Well, that has hit. And that has wounded.
Yeah,
so.
See, I told you, you're wasting the bolt gun.
Yep.
Save.
You've made your armour save. So that's the shooting phase, and now the Poxwalkers are going to declare a charge against these Reavers. The Reavers can't see them, so there won't be any Overwatch.
No Overwatch there.
I'm just going to. So I think it's going to be a 7 to get within an inch. Yes, it's going to be a 7. It's not as much as 8. So I need to roll a 7 on these 2 dice for this charge. That's a 10.
Oh, they're in.
I don't think we've rolled less than 9 for the charges.
Been really
so far.
good charges this week.
Yeah. So they're going to come all the way around here, like so. So the Poxwalkers have made a very long charge there. They're all here, and they can all strike because they're all within an inch or within an inch of someone who is within an inch. 10 attacks hitting on 5s. 4 hits there.
Quite good.
So that goes out. So 5. 5s to wound. 1 wound.
That was close. It almost rolled off a 6. Let's re-roll that one. 3+ armour save.
Yeah,
that's cocked.
Cocked yet. There we go. He's fine.
9 attacks, hitting on 3s. So that's 8 hits. I got the Ryan this time. Figured out how the knives work. Wounding on 3s. Oh, that's 7 wounds.
Oh dear, so I need to make a few 5s here to keep this unit alive. I've made 3, so I'm going to lose 4, but there's still going to be a Poxwalker left.
Yeah.
Which is
going to tie me up for a
tie you up, which was the idea, so nearly backfired, but...
So now we're on to Space Marines turn 2. The Reavers are stuck in combat with that 1 Poxwalker. So the Intercessors are just going to move up a little bit, so we can get them all within 12 inches of your Plague Marines. And onto the shooting phase straight away. These 3 are going to fire at your Plague Marines, and they should all be within 12. Yeah, quite easily.
Yeah.
So we've got 6 shots hitting on 3s. 5 hits. Oh, it's 2 wounds.
2 wounds. 2 3+ armor saves.
Oh, there's a fail.
1, so I need to make a 5+ to keep him alive. I have, so he shrugs it off.
Yeah, unfortunately. And then the Intercessors aren't going to charge your Plague Marines, so we're on to the fight phase.
Okay, are you going to do any piling in or anything?
Yeah, they'll pile in.
You can get a bit of distance out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Get a bit closer. So
they're going to surround that 1 Poxwalker.
Yeah. Well, we're assuming you're going to kill him.
And we've got... he might live. 9 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh, and they did very poorly. They're all getting each other's way. There's only 5 hits. And wounded on 3s. 4 wounds.
This might be the end of him. Yeah. So he goes down, and then they can consolidate 3 inches towards the nearest enemy if they wish, which they might as well do, because it gives you a little bit of... No?
Yeah, they will. Yeah. So it's about that far.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And on to Death Guard turn 2.
Well, my gamble with the Poxwalkers didn't really pay off. Well, it kept the Reavers away from making a charge this turn, but I now have to basically take out both of these units. So they're going to move over here slightly, like that, and we're going to go straight to the shooting phase, and we're going to shoot at the Reavers.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the plasma gun, hitting on a 3. Oh, it hit.
He hit for once.
Wounding on a 2, which it does.
Wounded, 3+ armor save.
Yeah, no AP on the plasma gun, that's a 3.
Yeah.
So, that doesn't go through. Blight launcher hits on 6, wounds on 4.
5+
5+ armor save for this. Oh, you've made that. And finally the bolt gun. Can he do better than his compatriots again? Well, he's got a wound.
3+ armor save. Yeah, I can make armor saves this game.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to charge. I'm going to stay on my objective, I think, because I don't really want to charge one unit and then find the other one just go to steal my objective.
Yeah.
So we're going to stay where we are.
So Space Marines turn 3. The Intercessors are just going to move around a little bit, just in case I need to make a mad dash back to the objective to hold out for a draw. While the Reavers are going to move up. So we need to measure. So now onto the shooting phase. Start with the Intercessors. They are easily all within 12. So we've got 6 attacks hitting on 3s. And there's 2 wounds there.
Arm saves. Oh, failed one.
Can he be resilient again?
No, he can't. So, despite his heroism, we're going to lose the bolt gun.
Your most effective shooter.
Yes.
And we got 3 bolt pistols from the Reavers. Hitting on 3s as well. Oh, blimey. And wounding on 5s. Blimey. They got their eye in this game.
They have. Armor saves. Oh, I've made both of them this time.
So, onto the charge phase. The Reavers are going to declare a charge. So you get to Overwatch.
I do, so we're going to... Yeah, we're going to go with the plasma gun. I know it didn't work very well last time, but we're going to go for it. Oh, he hit!
Oh, he hit!
He
Blimey.
hit with the plasma gun. He wounds on a 2. You got a wound, but you get your normal armor save because it doesn't have any AP at this point. And the Blight Launcher, no, he missed. Fortunately, it wasn't the other way around.
Yeah, phew, good thing he started with the plasma gun there. And they rolled a 7.
That's plenty of distance.
Enough. So we're just going to... And the Intercessors are going to stay where they are. So onto the fight phase. The Reavers have 9 attacks. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 5s. So there's 2 wounds.
3+ armor save. Yes.
And a bit to hit back.
Hit back. Start with the Power Fist. He's missed. Fortunately, that -1 to hit saved you there. And the other guy, he has hit. And he has rolled 1 to wound, so he gets to re-roll that. No, still not a wound.
After all that. And now we're on to Death Guard turn 3.
Yep, so we'll just go straight on, do exactly the same thing again. Power Fist to hitting. He's hit this time, wounding on 2. Yes, so that's a wound on somebody. Normal guy, he's missed.
And I get to strike back. 9 attacks. Come on. Hitting on 3s. And... Ooh, only 1 wound. I think I got a Yahtzee there.
That's a save, so he's okay.
So we're on to Space Marines turn 4. And the Intercessors are going to advance. In 3, so they're going to move 9 inches. They're going to bravely run away. So no shooting, straight to the fight phase. 9 attacks from the Reavers. 9. 6 hits again. Come on boys, get a big roll. A whole bunch of 5s. Oh, there's 2 wounds.
And
oh, there's a fail. Oh,
he's fine.
Oh.
Right, so hit back. Power Fist has hit.
Oh,
it hasn't wounded. Oh, that's big. Normal guy has hit. And he has wounded.
3+ armor save. Yes!
He's alright. So Death Guard turn
4.
So same thing happens. Power Fist, hit, wound, so that takes out him.
It's man down.
And then the knife has missed.
I get to strike back with 6 attacks this time. 4 hits. And 2 wounds.
Made both the saves.
So, final turn of the game, Space Marines turn 5. The intercessors are going to take this objective. And the Reavers just have to survive the next 2 turns. So you can kill them if you manage to wound them all.
I can, yes, it's true.
To hold up for a draw, but I've got 6 attacks. And 1 wound.
I'll pass my save, so I get to hit back. With Power Fist, that's hit. And it's wounded, so that's 1 wound.
Put it on the Sergeant, so he's contesting the objective.
Oh, the Plague Knife has missed. So I think that actually seals the game, but we'll just do the final Death Guard turn 5.
Got your hitbacks on your turn.
Yep, so I get to go first this time. Power Fist has hit. And wounded, so he takes out
Sergeant goes down.
Sergeant, and then the knife. Hit. Wound.
3+ armor save. He's fine.
So he gets to hit back.
Yeah, we'll get to do his hitbacks, but it's pretty relevant. It's 2 hits. Oh, 2 wounds. He might kill you both. No.
It's armor holding firm.
So at the end of the game, I hold this objective. I also have 1 victory point for destroying all your Poxwalkers, so that's 4 victory points.
Yeah.
But this objective is technically contested because my 1 Reaver is still in contact with your Marine on it.
Yeah.
So you have 0 victory points.
So that is a victory, another victory for the Space Marines.
Yeah, it's feeling a bit one-sided at the moment. Right, so how do you think those missions went this week?
Well, it's a good question. I still feel like the advantage is largely with the Space Marines in terms of just sheer staying power, because now you've got
sheer weight of attacks.
Yeah, and with these missions where you've got 6 guys all with 2 wounds, it's actually quite a lot to get through. Especially given that half of my army is Poxwalkers, who are fairly ineffective. But nevertheless, I tried to, well, in the second mission anyway, tried to stop the Reavers by bogging them down in Poxwalkers, which sort of worked.
Well, for a turn. Well, I think in the second mission at least, it might be better for the Death Guard to play more defensively.
Yeah, well, I sort of tried to do that, but at the same time launch a counter-attack, but it didn't. Yeah, perhaps I should have kept the Poxwalkers back for a turn rather than chucking them straight in.
I think you might actually be better off, say, deploying the Death Guard on the objective, and then maybe keep the Poxwalkers behind this crate, because then I can't shoot at them. And then you'd force the Space Marine player to they'd have to bring their whole force towards you to deal with them. Yeah. If they send just the Reavers, then you can swamp them with the Poxwalkers and the Plague Marines.
Yes, it's true, yes. And I think at least when they hit, the Plague Marines have the advantage in firepower because they have 2 slightly better weapons, whereas the bolt guns do on the Intercessors, even though they have 2 shots within that rapid fire range.
Yeah, it's still very tough.
They struggle to get through the armour save and toughness and the resilience of the Plague Marines, whereas they can do a fair bit of damage to the Poxwalkers if they catch them in the open. So. Yeah, I think that's...
It's kind of hard to say what I would do differently, considering I won. So, well, I think definitely because the Death Guard are slower, you'd have to try and play more defensively.
Yes, I think it would be difficult for the Death Guard to take the offensive in this mission. I mean, you did get to go first both times as well. I don't know how much of an impact that had overall. Had I been able to go first, I would have been able to move the Poxwalkers up to be in a threatening position at the same time, probably taking some shots with the Plague Marines.
Well, I imagine it actually be quite difficult to get a line of sight with the Plague Marines.
Depends how you deploy. I suppose if you'd known you would be going second, you might have deployed differently as well. So, difficult to say. Anyway, so, we obviously had rules for squads as well.
Yeah, it should make everything a little bit faster, because you can roll lots of dice all together, so we're going to roll in for each individual.
Yes, and there'll be more squads of guys coming soon enough as well, so the battle will be getting a bit bigger from now on. So yeah, we've been the Tabletop Donkeys. This has been another episode of Warhammer 40,000 Conquest. Next time we'll be bringing you the first character in the game, which is going to be Space Marine Lieutenant Calcius. But until then, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe if you like this kind of content, you want to see more. And we'll see you in the next one.